Yep. That's right. You just saw it. Tsquared from Straight Rippin, the #1 team in the league right now, is being featured on Dr. Pepper bottles. That's right. 175 million Dr. Pepper bottles will be distributed in 2009. Oh, there he is. Look at that. I'm turning it to the camera. And that's right. I'm going to break some news here, guys. I'm going to be the first one to ever drink out of the Tsquared flavored Dr. Pepper.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
That's history right there. You can sip on a little tea, too.
Sipping on some Tsquared. I'm not going to lie. It's delicious. Well, guys, congratulations to Tsquared and the rest of the Straight Rippin crew. They played amazing all season long. And you know what? They're going to be the first team that we're going to discuss here in the winner's bracket round 1. That's right. 8 teams have been invited for Halo 3. They're going to be competing for $100,000 this weekend. And the first matchup we're going to talk about, it is the #1 seeded Straight Rippin taking on the team that just got into the national championships by winning the open bracket in Dallas, Legends. Nexy, D-Mac, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, when you look at Tsquared, that's an epitome of a great captain. Tsquared has led Straight Rippin. They've been in the top 2 every single event since Meadowlands. They've been arguably the most dominant team in Halo 3 thus far. And that's why Tsquared, Snipedown, Legit, and Elamite Warrior are coming into this event. They're fully prepared. They're ready to go. They've had 2 lands, both of which they've won, against Classic and against Carbon. I don't think that Straight Rippin is going to be too bothered by the first round matchup. They should breeze through it.
I think it's pretty obvious. I think you got to go with Straight Rippin on this one. Everybody knows Straight Rippin starts on fire, they end on fire. But I will give Legends props. They didn't even know they were going to be here. To be honest with you, Legends has nothing to lose. They can pull out all the stops, they can try new strategies, and while Straight Rippin is focusing on really winning the entire tournament, Legends, all they have to do is focus on beating Straight Rippin. You can't count Legends out, although Straight Rippin is heavily favored going into this one.
Well, you look at Straight Rippin, it's an all-star lineup. In fact, all 4 of the guys, they're going to be competing in the 2008 All-Star Classic presented by Roadrunner High Speed Online immediately following the pregame show. But guys, this Straight Rippin squad, they're going to be playing a Legends team that has Gandhi on it. Gandhi, he was your 2006 national champion with Carbon, and then in 2007, he got the runners-up. So he's been here before. He can handle the pressure. It's going to be interesting to see if he can lead his team. And also, you got to remember, in Toronto, this Legend squad took Straight Rippin to Game 5 in the early rounds. So
and that's not easy to do.
Straight Rippin, they got to be careful. Now, that is going to be the first matchup. I think most of the Halo world thinks Straight Rippin is going to breeze over Legends. We'll have to wait and see. But the match I really want to talk about, the first match that D-Mac is ever going to be commentating in his Halo 3 career. That's right, the pregame crew is going to be commentating this matchup 12 o'clock tomorrow. It is our #4 seeded team Instinct featuring Walshy facing off against the 5th seeded Team Classic.
Well, when we look at Instinct, they definitely had a disappointing first round loss to Classic last tournament in 4 games. But Instinct has a lot to prove. When they beat Triggers Down between events in a LAN. They beat Final Boss between events in a LAN. You've seen Walshy lead the team in championships. If we see the real Soviet, if we see the Soviet that we've all heard about, the Soviet that's completely dangerous and the sickest player in the game, then Instinct definitely has a chance to win this tournament.
Now, you're talking about Soviet. The kid's amazing, remarkable in lands. All the pros always raving about him. But you know what? I have not seen it yet in competition. Maybe this is his tournament to shine. But Nexy, I know you want to talk about the 5th seeded team, the team that beat Instinct last event in Dallas.
That's right. They beat Instinct in Dallas. It was close, but they did it. I'm talking about Team Classic. Now, when you look at Team Classic, you got to understand that there's 2 sets of duos on this team. You're working with Victory X and Macchio, who, by the way, have never lost to Lunchbox and Roy in tournament play. That says a lot. You also got Ant and Soldier, who have been playing together for years. Now, when I look at Team Classic, I understand that they have an ability to adapt to any team's strategy, even instincts. Macchio is going to lead the squad. Expect Ant and Soldier to just work together, control the map, control the flow of the game. In Victory X, I guarantee you he's going to go off.
All right, guys. Now, these are 2 matchups that we're very excited for, and the winner of each of that is going to advance to winner's bracket round 2, which is going to be the first match on ESPN Saturday night. That kicks off at 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 on the East Coast. That's where I used to live. Well, I do still live there.
Yeah,
anyway,
we all live there.
It's going to be freaking sweet, guys. I know you're excited. I'm excited, but let me hear from you. Who is going to be facing off in the match? Who's going to win each of these games?
I mean, Straight Rippin is probably going to beat Legends. Actually, Straight Rippin is definitely going to beat Legends. And then when you look at Instinct versus Classic, although Classic did beat Instinct last time, you got to look at what's happened between events. Instinct has had 2 lands. They beat Triggers Down in Final Boss. Those are 2 top-notch teams. And when you can handle them at a land like that, that says a lot. Instinct should definitely take that round.
D-Mac saying Straight Rippin and Instinct. Next, you agree?
You know, this is one of the few times we will agree. I'll agree with you, D-Mac. Now, when I break down Straight Rippin Legends, I look at the individual players. I pretend that both teams are on fire. Straight Rippin simply has the better players.
Outclassed.
Outclassed, exactly. Straight Rippin's a world-class team.
Yeah,
not saying Legends not, but we all know Straight Rippin. Now, Instinct Classic. I think Instinct wants revenge. They lost to him in Dallas. Instinct gets to go back, refine some of their strategies. I got to give it to Instinct.
All right, well, both of you guys agree. Straight Rippin versus Instinct. They are going to predict those 2 guys, those 2 teams, going to be facing off ESPN Saturday night. Well, that is the top half of the bracket. When we come back from this quick commercial break, we're going to be talking about the bottom half of the bracket and the remaining 4 teams.
They better not.